I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry. 'Cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah, I got all that it takes to win and overcome. What I got is just a feeling, but it's so, so strong. It goes on and on and on.
So it only makes sense, before we dive into the shopping for the rig, to talk a little bit about shopping for the truck, because we didn't have a truck or a rig. You know, as you see in the car that we're driving in, we're in a car. We're not in a truck. So we did a lot of looking around, right?
Yeah, you were doing a lot of research on what type of truck you wanted to get, and I was just excited. I couldn't wait.
We were going to dealerships, and we get to a dealer after looking at something and seeing they have something. We make an appointment, and by the time we show up, they say, "Sorry, someone came by earlier today, and it's gone." And so it became tough, and we just kind of like, you know what? The rig, we were shopping, but we knew we didn't get her until May. So now all of a sudden, we're getting down to like a couple weeks before we have to pick it up, and we don't have a truck yet. And lo and behold, Patty, you're out of town.
Right, I had to go down to Miami to babysit our grandchildren.
Okay. And while she's out of town, I get a phone call from my nephew while I'm minding my own business. "Hey, Unc, did you find a truck yet?" And I go, "Yeah, not yet. I saw something I'm going to look at, a flatbed." I mean, it got to the point, because of COVID, no one had trucks. I didn't find one, but he says, "Hey, look, I found one for you. No one's ever owned it. A dealership owned it, but the owner was using it for like a few thousand miles. If you want to put something down on it, I can get it secured for you, and you can just come down and pick it up." I'm like, oh.
That was a blessing.
Yes.
Big time.
But usually when that kind of thing happens, I get in trouble because it looks like I'm trying to pull a fast one on Patty. So
Yeah. Conveniently, I wasn't there to go with him.
She wasn't
no,
there.
Just kidding.
take a look. We don't have a lot of footage here. We do have footage. You won't see that for a while, but we do have some footage of the excitement that was there when we got it, and then you can see a couple pictures of her. We named our truck Pac-Man. So take a look. You'll see that, and then we'll show you some shopping for the rig. With my truck, the Super Duty F250. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, we're ready to go. We're good. I'm gonna put it. So we're gonna put it in. So we just picked up Pac-Man, which we're calling our truck. It's an F250, and was able to pick up a COVID-19 truck, which no one's ever owned before, but it hadn't been sold yet. And I got the F250 Lariat. Let me take a look at this. It's pretty amazing. It comes with the running boards. Oops, let me see if I can show it right. It comes with the. I'm gonna flip the camera around so I can see better. Okay. I think that's the way to do this. So we decided, or Patty decided, after watching lots of YouTubers, we're gonna go out and get our RV. We're gonna go do this stuff full time. And between March 24th and April 19th, we shopped. You could describe it, Patty, but we saw some stuff that was really cool, but we had no idea what we're doing. Although, when you watch the video, you're going to see it looks like we're pros and know what we're doing. We don't really have a clue. We didn't learn that until a year later, after we've been out there for a while. But we think it's worth seeing. So, what do you think about like shopping in the rain? Or we drove an hour away?
Yeah, it was almost an hour. Almost
an hour away, and back and forth. Couldn't wait till after church. Every time we were on the highway, what did we see?
There goes another trailer. There goes another RV.
Another coach, another RV.
Yes.
So, but you check it out yourself. We shopped in the rain. Now, unfortunately, we have a lot of footage that we don't have access to. So, we can't even do anything with that for a couple of months. So, we wanted to put together a brief video showing you some of the fun we had.
Yeah, because we've been anticipating this. We've been looking forward to this. We wanted to put out this video a long time ago, but unfortunately it hadn't happened, or we couldn't do it yet.
A little more than a year later.
Yes.
Hey, take a look. We were shopping. We finally landed on what we wanted. Check it out. March 24th. And we are on our way shopping. We're looking for our trailer, and Patty knows what we want, and we're gonna get whatever because she knows what's best for this. She's been following it and following so many different YouTubers and knowing what mistakes not to make. But we're gonna record a lot of this. This is just our trip over. Patty, you pretty excited about it?
Too excited, I can't wait.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. It's exciting times, and we're up north in the northeast. We're not in Florida or Colombia or any of that stuff. We're looking, and the one we're looking for, it's hard to find. There's only so many. It's a new model that just came out in 2021, but we found a place up in the boondocks that has Schaefertown, Pennsylvania. We shouldn't have said that because now people are gonna know where to go. In case anyway, we're gonna go look.
It's mine.
Yeah, it's already got a name on it. You can get the one, whatever we leave, it's yours. Anyway, stay tuned. We're excited at Pack and Go to kick off our Pack and Go channel. If you're watching this and if you're seeing this as our very first video, like and subscribe because we got some great stuff coming. We're looking to knock out about a 18-month to 2-year tour of North America, Alaska, Canada, Mexico, and some other exciting things to come. So please subscribe and find out what we're going to be doing. Yeah, so stay tuned. Anyway, that's it. Anything you want to say to him, Pat, before we go?
No, we're just excited.
Okay.
See you next time.
See you next time. Okay, so it's raining out, but we're going in, looking at our first look while we shop for the perfect Solitude, I think, 346 front living. It's the first one we're looking at. Let's take a look. Who knows? I'm pretty ambitious, so it might be the last one we look at. We're going to take a look here, and Patty's inside. Let's see. I guess I'm going to have to flip around this camera, right? Otherwise, I don't think I can. So, this is our first stop. We're looking at different trailers. Patty, of course, she's already comfortable. If she has it her way, this is the one we end up with, right?
Yes.
If she has it her way, we sign on this one. Now, we got two things. I like a toy hauler, and she loves the Grand Design 346 front living. So, I think that, at the end of the day, happy wife, happy life. But I'm hoping that maybe when we look at some others, she will gladly think, oh, I like this too. This is very cute. Right? We don't know. We're going to be happy to be out. So, what we do is, our goal is to make sure I keep showing only part of my face because I'm not sure how to do that. I think this is how you do it. I'm really new at this, you guys can tell. Until I get my other cameras, bring them with us. I just didn't want to bring them out in the rain. So, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. So, our goal is to do about an 18-month to 2-year tour to start off, right? And with that, we want to share with you all each of the concepts, nice things we're doing. We're going to be tracking it and ask you to follow us. And we'll also invite you to like and subscribe because we got some really cool and more professional videos done. Right now, we just want to get a good start with our first look today. 1,000 miles or so away from home, but we need to get this out together. So, Patty's the guider. She's a professional camper. Even when I met her, one of our first dates was going to Ocean City, Maryland Frontier Campground or somewhere to the beach. I don't know.
I wouldn't say professional, but I have a little more experience than you do.
She's got a lot more experience, and she's got thousands of hours following each of your YouTube channels and knowing how to do it from that too. So anyway, so that's it for now. We'll catch you up to date. We got more to do. We met with Kent. Now, the #1 salesman for these RVs in the nation last July. He's still like the top in much of the country. In the last 9 years, he's sold more than like 1,100 units, and a ton since COVID started. But we're not here for the salesman, but he is really good. Anyway, to make a long story short, we'll catch up with you, and Patty's going to be able to keep you up to do it with more with our Pack and Go.
Yeah, Pack and Go. We'll see you next time.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No
Right
matter
here. Don't show me.
Hey,
Can't
put
brother.
it on a show. Might as well record.
Well, here's the show. When I was a young man, I was considered to be one of the #1 salespeople in the state of Pennsylvania. I've been beat out by this guy, who more than a decade has been the #1 RV mover, and after COVID, he's light years in front of everyone else. Here he goes, right there.
Yeah.
With the lights, LED lights. Oh, sexy.
And slide toppers.
And slide toppers and Anderson
on.
pitch. Told you he's the best out here. You guys better get this down. Come to Schaefer's. Get your slide toppers and your Anderson hitches thrown in the deal. However, you have to buy retail like we're doing. Don't miss it.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard.
They treated us really good there. Kent was our salesman, which you hear me talk about, the guy that's walking around with me, but they welcomed us, spelled our name wrong, but it was okay. They treated us really good. And I must say, even though we didn't even know what we were doing, we had 2 issues in our whole first year, 2 major issues. The rest aren't, nothing else is issue. One of them is that outside kitchen, they rushed.
That's a known issue, though.
Yeah, it's a common issue, but they rushed the sealant. They didn't seal the outside kitchen. So we're driving in our first day, right? Is it the first day or 2? And it's raining out, and the rain's coming into the rig. We're like, what's going on from? And then Patty looked into the group. By the way, the Facebook groups are amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
She types it in, and
I was waiting for that to happen. It was a very known issue.
And I was getting annoyed because she's like, well, don't you want to go get some still? I'm like, no, why would I just knew? I was angry because she kept bugging me about that. And but it was great. So that was one issue. The other one is we don't know what happened, but the very first time we opened our slide after we left there, it was our, what do you call it, a shakedown trip?
Yeah.
We just went near our church and got a site from a nearby RV site, an RV park. And we opened it up, and guess what happens? The floor tears. But those are the only 2 issues we really had, other than losing our keys in Ocean City, Maryland.
nothing major.
So anyway, we had no major issues. We are 100% sold on Grand Design for sure.
No, we did have something else happen. Remember, we were driving down after our shakedown trip.
Yeah.
We were driving down to Ocean City, Maryland, and I just kept seeing. I kept looking out the window, checking back there, and I just kept seeing this one thing going like this and hitting back and forth.
The awning was not screwed in. There were no They never put any in.
It was attached with what was that?
Like Play-Doh. It looked like Play-Doh.
Some kind of goo there.
But they didn't even use screws.
Yeah.
So it's okay. But we did get that fixed. But for the most part, we are definitely sold. And when we talk to others and what they've dealt with, Grand Design goes all out.
But that was a whole new story. We'll have to tell you about that whole trip down there. It was quite a trip.
They rushed because there was a huge demand and few parts and all that stuff. So we know what happened that year. But anyway, to make a long story short, they took good care of us. Take a look. We're signing our life away to purchase it and walk out of there.
No, wait. Sorry to interrupt, but we didn't tell them what we went with. we decided to go with
We decided to go with the the
311.
Grand Design 311
BHS.
BHS. It's a
bunkhouse.
reflection. It was the bunkhouse, but the rear bunkhouse. We looked at the mid bunkhouse. We looked at all kinds of other things with lofts, but this was perfect for having an office where we could work and still have company without being interrupting the work. You know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's it. They took good care of us. We thought they were great at Schaefer's, Tom Schaefer's, and we would definitely consider going back. However, we would tell you that it's impossible to know everything. When you go shopping, trust me. The important thing is to be safe, do your research, but don't get caught up in any of it, because by the time you go out for a year or so, you're going to realize you didn't know anything, and now you're really ready. For us, we're really ready. We're looking, this year we're thinking of going to a toy hauler, or that's unfair because she went to Solitude, but we're going to go to something else, but we're careful to make sure that it matches where we're going, the kind of parks we want to go to. So anyway.
But whatever you get, just get out there, just pack and go.
Get it going. Just pack and go. Thank you, Patty. All right. See you guys. Peace. Kathy's wearing me down.
I've been through heartaches,
Wearing me down so
I've
much
been to
that I
heaven.
just sideway our
I've
first
done
one.
my best and my
We have
worst.
two more left, Kathy, so please go easy.